Hello, I'm Michael Porter, and today we are looking into multifaceted wall and floor tile corporation Union Tiles. Joining me is Marco Ghisleni, the operations manager at Union Tiles, to discuss the current state of the market, including the impact of global activities such as the current Ukraine versus Russian war on local imports. Marco, good to have you with us.
Thank you, Michael.
Let's start with a bit of an overview of the current state of affairs of the industry and possibly some of the challenges that you might be facing at the moment.
Well, large scale or internationally, we are seeing an unexpected impact of the war in Russia and Ukraine. I think it's caught everyone by surprise, but yeah, we are now struggling with our overseas suppliers and getting product in, and raw materials, and the flow of raw materials around Europe has had a big impact on supply chains and what we can now bring into South Africa. Even if you do get an order in at one of our suppliers, it's trying to get stock in a container firstly, and then try get that on a shipment. And yeah, we're seeing price increases and delays, which we're trying to manage ourselves. A lot of that comes down to stock management by ordering larger quantities that we never really did before. Try capitalize on lower prices before things like gas go up in Europe. Raw materials, like I said, the clays go up. So yeah, it's actually really impacted all of South Africa, well, the world, but and then South African tile suppliers that focus on imports.
And in terms of the demand, in terms of projects that are currently running, construction projects in the pipeline?
Yeah, what's quite interesting is that a lot of the supply has moved over to our local suppliers. Fortunately for us, our business has always looked at fostering relationships with our overseas suppliers and the guys that produce locally. And a lot of, they produce a good product. And a lot of our developers have started to move over to them because of the reliability with supply, the volumes that they can supply, and the prices that they can get it at. So yes, everything's impacted, but we manage it. There has to be a substitute product or something that we can put in there, and yeah, we can do the job.
Right. And in terms of customer service and the need of customers to have I suppose, education around what are the right decisions to be making, the right products to be looking at, what are you guys doing in that space to get them to make the best decision that they can?
Yeah, that's a good question, because that's exactly one of our focuses right now. We have two main groups of customers, and we consider it projects, which is more our architects and designers. And then you have your DIY customer, someone who's going to renovate, and the person who would step into our retail stores. And we feel like we want to educate the market more and help them make better decisions. But both sets of customer bases need to be, informed in different manners. So the architects, we are embarking on CPD presentations. We are trying to get in front of them and educate with the new types of products that are coming out and what they should be focusing on. There's a lot of gimmicks out there. There's a lot of words that people use that, you don't actually understand why you say, I want a porcelain in my house. It's just one of those things that everyone says now, but it's not necessarily what you need. So we try target the architects as well as our residential clients, or retail clients, sorry. One of our focuses is online. We're trying to add a lot more information that they can access on our website. There's a lot more room to grow there, which is quite exciting. And in store, it comes down mostly to your sales staff.
Right.
You can have banners up, you can put wording on the walls, and no one quite reads that or understands it. So we're relying a lot on our sales staff to get the message across and help the customer find the product that's right for them.
Absolutely. I think that engagement is key in any retail environment.
Definitely.
Marco, let's go back a little bit in history maybe, just for a sense of where Union Tiles has come from in the past and where it's heading in the future.
So we have quite a unique story. We are currently in the 4th generation. It's a family business. About 1903 was when the founder came to South Africa from Italy. Started up a terrazzo factory, which is a terrazzo tile, which is currently trending and something we still make today. Relatively soon after that, once the business had picked up, it was about the 1930s, they actually started importing tiles. And I stand to be corrected, but we were one of the first importers of ceramic tiles from England and from Hungary. And that's kept the business going through depressions, through world wars, through some very tough times. And yeah, it's now 100 years later since the business was established. 1922 is the official date. And yeah, now we're sitting at our centenary. And yeah, with a lot more on the cards in terms of changing the business and addressing the changing customer wants, needs, desires. Yeah.
Great legacy to be part of. Marco,
Definitely.
what would you say sets Union Tiles apart from your competitors?
So in terms of setting ourselves apart from our competitors, one area that we've really tried to focus on is our product range. And as I explained earlier, we came from terrazzo tiles, try to diversify by importing ceramics, and we have really grown with that by looking at natural stone products. We are one of the biggest importers of your sandstones, granites, marbles, that kind of thing. And we've now moved on to some of the latest trends from Italy, which would be your large format porcelain slabs. So we aren't the only ones that import these things, but where we're trying to be different is we want to offer a customer a one-stop solution. Right. So no matter what you're looking for, you can find it by us. And if you can't find it by us, we will source it. We will look at our overseas suppliers. We will find whatever you want, whatever your heart desires.
Because having the network that you do have, you have the advantage of being able to do that with your partners. And Marco, what would you say are the key sort of future plans that you have in Union Tiles?
We're looking a lot at improving customer service. It's customer service and the customer experience is one way to differentiate yourself and also keep a business going, because at the end of the day, no matter what industry you're looking at, a product's a product. I mean, there's so many people trying to offer the same thing. At the end of the day, what differentiates yourself will be how you speak to customers, how you engage with them, what information you can give them, and once that sale's happened, the follow-up. That is one area that we're looking at to improve. And on top of that is digital. I think there's so much when it comes to all the buzzwords such as big data and AI, but fundamentally what they're really doing is looking deeper down in the numbers of the business and seeing how we can cater for customers in specific regions, have the right product on hand in the right quantities. It's never easy to balance that kind of thing. So we're looking to partner with a lot more technology companies and partners that can help us and grow our online, because we foresee that being just about like any business through COVID.
Marco, how do you see technology integrating into your business and also the development of your business?
So we've been speaking to a lot of technology partners, people that can assist us when it comes to the customer service, customer experience. One of those things is the basics of stock holding and having the right stock in the right place at the right time.
Right.
We have numerous branches around the country, and they have different demands based on their customer base. So that's one area where we're looking to focus on, and technology helps with that, obviously, when it comes down to a deep dive into the numbers and the big data that everyone's talking about. That's one way. The other way is online. E-commerce, as we know, is exploding.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's something we're focusing on and want to get up and running. We're hoping that it can be something different to what everyone else has. Logistically, tiles is a massive headache to try and move around the country.
It's not like a bottle of pills or something like that.
It's not. So you don't easily get your spend over 500 Rand and get free delivery.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting challenge, and we see that as the future and somewhere where we are going to focus our energy.
Great. Marco, thank you so much. Great to see where you guys are going, and it's wonderful to hear the development and the situation that you currently are in. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Michael.
Great. Well, that was Marco Ghisleni, the Operations Manager at Union Tiles. And that's all we have time for today. From me, Michael Porter, and the team here at Business Day TV. Goodbye.